job in Germany, there might be a couple of things that you should do before you get the job. Now, I'm coming to give you these tips that will help you get a job in Germany, an English job for that matter. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, like, share, and comment in the comment section. Yes, so today I'm coming to give you about 6 tips on how to find an English job. Okay, there are a lot of English jobs in Germany. Okay, but sometimes when you apply for an English job or when you look at the the job description itself is in English. Okay, but they will require an amount of or a level of German. So it's kind of if you cannot speak German, then you cannot really apply because sometimes when you go for the interview, they will do the interview in English, all right, but they will then ask for um, proof of German, okay, or your knowledge in German, okay, which kind of hinders you a little bit if you do not understand German or you are not fluent in the German language. Now, these are the things you should do if you want to get an English job. There are a lot of English jobs in Germany. So, one of them is to adapt your CV and cover letter to the German standards. Yeah, you have to adapt your CV and your cover letter to the German standards. Now, a German CV should have a picture, unless otherwise stated. It should have a picture. It should have a signature. I did not know that. I didn't know that you have to sign on your CV until I went for a seminar. Okay, I went for a Deutsche seminar. Okay, about jobs, and then the moderator was like, you really have to sign your CV. So and give a date as well. So if you are applying for like 20 or 40 or 50 companies, you have to write the CV, and then sign. So you have to sign and give the date. I never knew that. Okay, so this is one tip you should do. And then of course it should have a maximum of 2 pages. Okay. Yes. And number two, you look for the jobs in the right places. Okay, there are a lot of sites. There are a lot of them that have jobs in English. There is Indeed, Stepstone, GreenJobs.com, Imagine, Berlin Startups Job, Job Mesh, Arbeit Now, Honeypot, Well Found, Frankfurter Startup Jobs. There are a lot a lot of them, which you should find on these websites, and they are in English. Some of them are in English, some of them are in Deutsch. So you can actually filter and then choose what you want to do. Yeah. And number three, you have to choose big cities, but smaller companies. Okay, so the big cities include Berlin, Frankfurt, Cologne, Düsseldorf, and yeah, München. Okay, so these big cities have big companies or companies where they speak English because when you look at the big cities like this, it's because there are a lot of people, okay, a lot of people coming into the cities, okay, unlike smaller cities. But hey, be careful. I also learned this in the seminar that if you really want to get a job, you should apply in the smaller companies. So the smaller companies might be like you because when you go to the website of the company, you have to read about it. Okay, so they have all the information on the website, and a smaller company can be you should look for a company where the employees can be like 30 to 40. Sometimes they are like 20 to 30, 40 to 50. Okay, you shouldn't apply in a big company where the employees are like a lot, a lot. Like some of them, let me give you Bosch and as an example. Okay, Bosch is a German company, but let me just give it as an example. It's a very big company. Okay, and the competition is very high. Well, this is what I learned at the seminar. Competition is very high. So when you apply at Bosch, the probability you'll be taken is very slim. Okay, so you should choose smaller companies where the employees are like 20 or maximum 50. And then with these companies, the competition is not so high, so the possibility you'll be picked is very, very high. Yeah. Okay. So number 4, try as much as possible to do an internship while studying. If you are a student, make sure you do an internship before you complete, because sometimes the companies would like to know whether you have worked in Germany before, or you have German experience in working. So if you are a student, please, if you haven't completed, make sure you do an internship before you complete, or make sure that just after you have completed, you do an internship. It's very, very important. This is what I also learned at the seminar. Okay, so that's why I am sharing with you. It's very, very important. Do so. Now, number 5, look for jobs in the IT or digital sector. Okay, so the IT and digital sector, the digital sector um, is full of English jobs. There are a lot of English jobs in the IT and digital department. So if you are one of them, if you have knowledge in IT or you have skills in IT, then it's good for you. Your chances that you get a job in English is very high, right? Um, but well, if you are not in the field of IT, there are also um, places where you can get a job, which I have mentioned earlier, which you should try to see whether you get a job. But the IT and digital departments are full of English jobs. So if you are in that sector, it's an advantage for you. But let me give you one trick. If you are a student, if you are not a student, okay, it's something um it's something that, well, you have to invest in yourself if you want to branch into the IT field, okay, to get an easy job in English. But if you are a student, as you are studying if you know that your master studies, okay, or your field of study is not related to something that will give you a job as soon as possible, okay, or it's not related, like it will not give you a job when you complete school, then you can branch into the IT field. It's easy, it's easy to do it in Germany. You can branch into where you get a job, okay, but you cannot, of course, you cannot branch into nursing or lawyer or something. All these categories of workers, they need a high German skills, okay, and then that for that you cannot just go and say I want to be a nurse and you start becoming a nurse. No, if you are a student, as I said earlier, branching into the IT field is very, very easy, right? You can do extra courses. You can do extra courses to gain knowledge in the IT field. So that is one thing. And mind you, when you are a student and you are branching into those fields of studies, the cost um, is a little bit low for students as compared to when you are not a student. Okay, so that is a tip I am giving you. If you know that your course or your studies or your master program, your bachelor program will not give you a job just after you complete school, then you can branch into something that will give you a job, right? Yes. So this is a tip. And number 7, you have to build a solid LinkedIn profile. Your profile in LinkedIn should be very, 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 very solid, because there are a lot of companies who kind of advertise positions on LinkedIn. Okay, so when your profile is very, very solid, you kind of get offers on LinkedIn. So yeah, this is what you have to do. Thank you for. Do not forget, keep on applying and applying and applying and applying. Do not give up. Apply. Apply as many jobs as you can, because if you give up, you will not get a job. There are a lot of there are a lot of English jobs here, but sometimes when they are choosing, well, you don't know. You might go through the right procedure, write the cover letter, get a German CV, get everything done, and then you'll not get any call from any company. Okay, but keep on trying. You as much you can. I know someone who um applied for as many company. He applied for like 200. At a particular point in time, he called me and told me he was fed up. The very day he called me to tell me he was fed up, that was the very day he had a call from the company, right? So, hey, do not give up. Just apply, 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 apply. You might not know the company which might call you. Okay, so please do that. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you were thrilled by this video, please give the video a thumbs up, like, yeah, comment in the comment section. And as I said, I reply to every comment. For those of you who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Bye.